understand what are the requirements of the players, what are the requirements of the administration, and I'm able to bridge the gap between both of them. And at the same time, help in understanding, like formulating new policies and understanding those, those formulations, and at the same time taking the players along to see that the growth of table tennis is in a greater speed. So for me, like I was on the first EC meeting in December in the ITTF summit, but I was pretty much a rock kid there. I had no idea of how a meeting goes on, but she took us on all very well. But now in Singapore we'll have the second EC for me, for the Athlete Commission, and I'm pretty much sure we've come a long way in this last nearly not even 3 months, less than short of 3 months. But we are, WTT, ITTF, and the players are coming together in building a strong product. Let's say, when you see this event here, everybody is really, really happy to see table tennis being presented in such a way. So which means all the stakeholders have to come together, and athletes being the centric of that. So that is where my role comes in. We're trying to bring the athletes together with the athletes.
And I'd also to stress how important it is for me as president and for the ITTF board to have the Athletes Commission share there. And for the first time now we have 2 athletes representatives, 1 from each gender. And also they are with full voting rights in the same conditions as everyone else within the board. So it's really very important, and I'm very happy to welcome Kamal. After 1 meeting, I said I hope you're not scared to continue, because it's a long agenda, long meeting days, but it's very, very helpful and very important for us to listen to the voice of the athletes. So I won't say that the targets are achieved yet, because my targets are very, very higher than where we are today, in terms of business and in terms of as a company as well. But what we have done at the moment, event hosting and what we are doing on the tech side as well, all of the things have started from a passion. So as of now, I think what we are trying to focus on is of course our passion to grow this sport. Because in India, if it is any non-cricket sports, then it becomes very hard to get investors on board. It becomes very hard to bring sponsors on board. And we thought that we can change this narrative, and we can have a profitable business running out of it. And I think what led to have this thinking is, I would say that I have my better half who's very, very passionate about this sport, and I think all of these people know about him very well, that how passionate he is about this sport. So I think from that perspective, we are having a very high goals for us, that we really wish Stupa to become a global sports tech company, and handling all the operations and digitization for table tennis. And that's where I think we are very, very happy that we are associated with ITTF and with WTT, which are the main parent bodies. And of course now we have signed up more federations like Sweden, Norway and Brazil, who are also the leading federations. So from that sense, I think it's a good start, but we have a lot of things to be achieved. Other than that, what we are thinking from a future perspective, we do not want to stick only to table tennis, because we feel that there are other sports as well within this ecosystem who are really needing the technology, like badminton as well, squash as well, and tennis, there is some technology at some extent. So our plan is that by end of this year, we also plan to expand in badminton or could be squash.
So if you go to see the countries that are doing well, one is they have very good training structure, whereas we need to have our own training centers. That's number one. A pool of coaches, because if you go to see, we have been focusing a lot on player development, and only it's just about a decade that we started focusing on coaches who play a very big role in creating a good pool of basic players. So one thing that I would want is that what we can do to ensure that our Indian coaches value themselves, enhance themselves, and they also play a very important role. We have been largely depending on foreign coaches to come. That's fair enough, because they are having want the Indian coaches to do well as well. That would definitely increase the pool of players, one. And the second step that we want to do is we want to increase the ranking base of our Indian players. Right now we have around 50-60 rankings that we give at the national level. So we are thinking about how to make it 100 and maybe after that 150. That is the second. The third is that we want to strengthen the scouting of the talented players at an early age and give them all the support system, though they might be playing under various coaches, like giving them good knowledge about nutrition, physical training, what to do, what not to do. Today, like I went to one of the nationals, it was a warm climate, and the kids play a match and after that come and they have a cold drink, which is actually not advisable by the nutrition. So these are small things we would like to spread to as many